Yes, guys, welcome to the Coolest Chefs podcast. This is your boy Tevo. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Today I'm going to do the watch along. And also, guys, again, I won't be able to show the radar. I still need to fix my PC, so stay in tune, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you all saw the lineup. So I'm just quickly going um to to read it again. Robert Sanchez in goal, Marco Corella left back, right back Rhys James, centre back pairing we have Joshua Champong and Trevor Chalaba, and midfield double pivot with Enzo Fernandez, Moses Caicedo, and also in terms of attack, number 10 we have João Pedro, on the left we have Ganacho, on the right we have Deto, and our striker is Guihi. So this is our lineup, guys. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Meanwhile, if you're watching, please give us a score prediction for this game. For me, I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea. Maybe I was going to say 3-1, but I've saw the Sunderland lineup. It seems like they are going to pack a bus. Big up Dante.
Yeah, big up to Vega. How are you?
Big up. Good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Good. Waiting for the game. Excited to see the game. So, getting ready to go.
Yeah, it seems like Sunderland want to pack the bus today.
I think they know they can't really play like that against us. So, away from home as well, of course. So, at home they might be a little bit more adventurous, but away from home they're gonna try to get the result. Yeah. They've done really well this season. They're up in seventh. They're just pretty much the same as us. They've done extremely well. So for them, getting 1 point away from home, that's huge for them. It keeps them where they are, and yeah, it's very important for them. So yeah, we'll definitely have more of the ball, and they'll probably sit a little bit deeper than usual because they're away from home.
Yeah, let's see what happened. Bobby, big up, bro. How are you?
Yeah, big up to Gabe Tobago. Big up Dante.
Bobby.
Yeah, it's good to have a stream at a time where some of us at this part of the world are actually awake. Um, yeah. Listen, for me, some of the better news I've heard so far is the return of Liam Delap to training. This Chelsea situation that we carry so many injuries for season after season after season has got to stop. Um, I think Maresca is trying his best within his limitations to do that. He's rotating players. This is the song that I always sing. It is crucial for Chelsea, in particular, to have a serious rotational system. One, because of the age of our players. We were 26, sorry, we were 20.6 years old in our last Champions League game, the youngest Champions League team ever, not to mention the youngest three players ever in the Champions League. So, we need to have a system to protect these players. Our key players are persistently missing throughout the season, and it's often ignored. Like last season, the huge dip we had after being second for a long time was due to additional injuries for key players especially the two strikers that we had at the time. So Maresca, now knowing his squad just that bit better, is trying his best to rotate. I like his use of even younger players like 17-year-old Reggie Walsh in the Champions League. He is proving to be the man for Chelsea. Yes, he's done some dumbass things that's got us all crazy, like the Man United game. But that's going to happen from time to time. Please, God, let it not happen often. But he is showing a command and an understanding of his task and his players that is second to none. Coming to today's game, yeah, Sunderland will try and deep block this. I have this feeling that it's going to work against them. I have this feeling. This is not the Chelsea of old where our strikers were completely blunt. Jackson, he couldn't hit the barn door with a banjo. He needs 20 chances to score one. I don't think this is the case. And I have a feeling that them dropping back could be a problem to them. We'll have to force, if we score early, they may want to keep the scores down, but if we score a couple, it'll force them out. And coming out, then, they're vulnerable. So I think the key today will be for us to try and get a goal as quickly as possible and to look out for their counterattack, which is no doubt the system they'll try and employ. Sunderland is a good team, very well organized, a lot of talented players, very physical, the usual physicality stuff that I don't want to get into now. I've spoken about it till I'm blue in the face. But, Maresca he understands his players, he knows how he wants them to play. They they now largely understand him and they now know how he wants them to play. So I think today, if we turn up as a team, we take all 3 points. If we turn up,
Yeah, Dante, what are your thoughts about the lineup? Are you happy about the lineup?
Yeah, the lineup's basically 11-11 that I picked for a new Garnacho will come in. He played a couple of games in a row, then full game, and then he got rested against Ajax, so he was always going to start this game. So it was needed. Like Bobby said, Maresca's doing as best as he can with the rotations, with games coming in thick and fast. Some of those players new. Some of them are still new to the system a little bit. Garnacho getting some of these, but they're starting to settle in and know what the manager wants. Learning a little bit more and more each game, and they're getting more confident each game and getting better each game. So yeah, look, I think we're in a good position. It's still a very strong team, out there, even with the changes. He made 10 changes against Ajax, which was very
I don't know whether it's my network or your network, Dante, but we can hear him.
yeah. You
no,
there?
he's breaking up a bit.
Yeah,
I heard
you're
him
Oh,
just
breaking up.
now.
breaking up. Sorry, guys.
Uh, we can hear
Yeah,
you
but
The
we
now.
can hear
McDonald's
you
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
now. We can hear you now, Dante. You can continue.
Okay. Yeah. You were frozen as well, so I'm like, what's going on? Um, yeah. Look, team's been rotated, but everyone's rested now, so really not much excuse. Everyone's pretty good. So being at home as well, you know,
Did you lose him again, Bobby?
Yeah, it seems like it. Um,
Yeah. Well, anyway, Bobby, meanwhile we are waiting for him, what are your thoughts about Joshua Chimpong getting game time right now? What are your thoughts about it? Are you happy about him starting?
yeah, I'm very happy for him. I think it's excellent. I He has improved and is improving. I hope if he does make the odd youthful mistake here and there, that the fan base are not merciless. You know, this guy is going to be a Rolls Royce. He is really going to be one of the best. Everything about him, his poise, his defending, he can even goal score, his height, everything. And you know, he's only 18, so he's going to get bigger in terms of his girth as a person, and maybe even more height because he's still growing. So I think this opportunity, you see, this is the thing, Tobago. Chelsea players need to take their opportunities, you know, because they don't always come around. And now he has the opportunity, he's taking it. And this is the thing I like to say to Tyreek George. That's another one. You know, take your opportunities. Yes, we know you're not a striker, but you can learn to play along the front line, which increases your worth and your ability as a player. He's beginning to do that as well. So our Cobham boys are doing us proud. I like Josh. I'm glad he's getting game time, you know, in terms of big game time as well. And I'm glad he's starting in this game. And I hope he does himself proud. I really do.
Yeah, 100%. I hope he continues being solid for us at the back. Dante, are you back?
Yep. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened.
Okay,
The
no
usual stuff.
problem then.
My usual McDonald's
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. It's
So what are
Saturday
your
night.
thoughts of
Everyone's having a lot of McDonald's tonight, so that's why.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, before I cut off. Yeah, look, yeah, Achampong, I heard Bobby about Achampong. Yeah, yeah, he needs to take his chance, exactly. And he's done that pretty well. Look, still a lot of errors in his game. He still still, made quite a few mistakes leading to goals, a couple of them, and a couple didn't lead to goals, but they could have very easily. So he's still got a lot to improve, but he's taking his chance. It's good to see. I mean, at least he made the mistakes and didn't lose those games. So that's the positive about that. So he can only get better. But yeah, he's got the talent. He's got a big future ahead of him. And if he just learns when to actually step out of the lines and when to take players on, don't be too aggressive, a bit too excited he gets sometimes, and he runs with the ball upfield and he loses it and he's out of position. So yeah, he needs to learn that. I'm sure he will. I think the partner next to him is important, and that's why he's got sort of Shalaba there playing. Uh, Shalaba will sit back. He won't do that. He won't go forward at all like that. So yeah, look, the Cobham boys, yeah, exciting. There's a good future for them. They need to take their chance, and yeah, we move. But yeah, we'll see what happens this game. Hopefully, all good. But uh, like Bobby said a bit earlier, I think Sunderland are changing their system a little bit for this game. They're not playing like have they played in most of the games where they've been very effective. They're actually changing it and they're going with a back five, going with the left wing back, right wing back, uh, probably to stop our wingers, like I said, to be 2-on-1 instead of 1-on-1, and Michael Corella going forward as well. So they want to cover that. So they're going for a result, very clear. They want to get a result, at least a point. They want to get a point out of there, which is fair enough. So but we are better at breaking down low blocks, especially with João Pedro now sitting in that 10 position and Mark Gee keeping the strikers occupied. I think that'll be very key for us.
Yeah, another thing that I like is Moses Caicedo is adding goals to his game now. So if they stay in a low block, Moses Caicedo hopefully can take those shots and lead to a goal because as last season we didn't do that more often. We were just passing around, not shooting enough. So
Mm.
hopefully Enzo can add that as well into his game, and we start to unblock those low blocks. And also, I hope Ganache performs today because I know it's improving, but again, I just need more. I need more.
Yeah.
You can see now getting is improving. So hopefully Ganache can improve as well.
Yeah, look, they're both the same. They both had a good game and they had a bad game. So they're both, but those two are the new players that are learning the system and learning to play with the other players around them. So that's, yeah, that's always going to take a little bit longer. So with those new boys, especially out wide, isolated, could be a bit difficult for them today, like I said, because Sunderland are preparing for that exact scenario. So, it's about coming through the middle. So I think the middle will be very important. So yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, Maresca will make a change if they're not doing well at halftime. He will make a change. So, and we've got that depth that can come on the field if they're not doing well. So that's a big plus. Just with the Caicedo stuff, when Caicedo's gone forward and scored, which he did, pretty much had Lavia there playing. So it allows Caicedo to drift a little bit forward against low blocks because Lavia was there and he doesn't go forward. He sits back. So when he's got that extra protection there, he'll move forward a bit. And that's why we saw him score those goals and go a little bit more forward, which I think he does very well. So hopefully today, probably not as much because it's Enzo next to him. So probably will sit a little bit more deeper today, I'm assuming, especially with the two at the back as well. I think he'll sit a bit more deeper today.
Yeah, and also we better be ready for those throw wins, long throw wins that I hate. So
Yeah.
hopefully today we will be ready for that. You're organized for that because I know they're going to do that a lot. Sunderland, especially those teams, small teams, they depend a lot on set pieces against big teams. So hopefully we learn from those mistakes. I remember the Brentford game, the goal that we considered the last minute game. I was so upset, man. So hopefully
Yeah.
we won't do that again.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I'm sure they've prepared for that. So, that should be an emphasis. Definitely, they would have prepared for that.
100%. So any score prediction, Bobby and Dante?
I don't do score predictions, but I have to say, for me, um, I'm very, very, very unimpressed with Garnacho. I think our best wingers are Neto and um, Tyreek George. Garnacho, I despair. That's the only issue I have with that starting 11. Um, I don't know what we can do about that left side. It's extremely weak. Gittens is clearly a developing player and plays like he should be with the under 21 squad. Um, Garnacho, I think, was a mistake. I was very hesitant when we were getting him. And Tyreek George, well, he's the one that has shown development. So I don't know what will happen down that side. I don't expect much.
You're
Physically,
going early
he's
again,
not.
Bobby. Another KDH for you.
Well, that's how I feel. If he proves to be that, then good. That shows he will improve. But I think physically he's not up to it. Technically, he's not up to it. He doesn't beat his man. I barely see these crosses people talk about. It's a problem for me. I have no confidence in that player at all. Um, I say these things boldly, and if they prove me wrong, I say the reverse boldly.
But you're
I'm
giving him
I'm
free
just
games, Bobby. That's a bit unfair in free games to say that it's a mistake,
well,
don't you think?
you can see, players start to show signs. This is the big time. We don't have time to play around. He's played in the Premier League before. You can see signs of a player that's going to deliver something. Mark Gui, he's a developing young player, 18 years old. But you can see he has a lot of potential to do better. I don't see that with Garnacho. I really don't.
He's
But
done that
let's hope
already.
some miracle
That's why
happens
I'm
tonight.
confident, because he's already done that for Manchester United. So he's done it. Uh, I'm not gonna
But what has
after
he
three
done
games.
for
Yeah,
Manchester United? What? I remember back when we were linked with him. I was always asking this because I never noticed anything that he did at that club, apart from just get left out of the team. So it's much of the same for me right now. I'm just speaking it as I see. I would love him to rip up trees,
no, and
but
it's fair because he's had two bad games and he's had one good game, so it's fair. But it's a
I
little
don't
bit.
even see
Gittins
the
was the
good game.
same.
You know,
We can
people
say that
said he
probably
did
to
well
about
against Liverpool.
60-70% of our players when they came to join this club, they all started very slow. Most of them started very slow, and yeah, it didn't look good for a lot of them. But that changed around after 5, 10 games, 15 games. It changed around pretty quickly. So once they felt comfortable with the players around them, the system as well, completely different system from what they played before. So yeah, a little bit of time. I mean, I get it. He didn't look good, but I would personally, I wouldn't go that early. No, I'll give him at least the 10 games. Yes, because he's had Premier League experience. That's probably why you're saying probably. I'm assuming that's part of it because he's played in the Premier League, and if you want better from the start, but completely different system from where he played at Man United. So new players, new system, not the same. So yeah, you got to give him a bit more time than that, Bobby. Come on.
Well, time will inevitably tell. I know that our sporting directors often know how to pick a player, but I just have to say, so far, I'm not impressed at all. I'm really, really not impressed. But let's see what happens.
Fair enough. Yep.
So Dante, what is your score prediction?
I think it'll be pretty tight because the way they're playing, but I'll probably say a 2-1 for us. I'll go 2-1 for us. I think the first goal is very important. If we get that first goal, changes the game. They will make substitutions, and they'll probably go back to their a little bit more attacking lineup if we do score first. That will open it up a bit as well, but we're still quite vulnerable at the back to concede a goal. A little bit more vulnerable. So
Hmm.
yeah, look, I'll probably say 2-1 for us, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would say 2-1 as well because at the back right now, we are not solid enough to say that we're going to keep clean sheets every game. So it's so hard to predict a clean sheet with Chelsea. Even the Sunderland game, I mean, the Forest game that we won 3-0, we made some mistakes in the first half. So
And
hopefully
that's what
today
I
we can
pointed out.
address.
Yeah, we're going to make mistakes, especially with Shalaba on the left centre back role. That left back, that's look. He's good defensively, and defensively is not a problem most of the time. But he's very uncomfortable passing the ball from that left hand side. He makes a lot of mistakes. He's very cautious, and he puts our lot of our team in quite a lot of danger. Even makes Robert Sanchez puts Robert Sanchez under pressure because the way he passes the ball back to his wrong foot, he's not confident on the left side at all. I mean, at the moment, he has to play there because obviously our injuries, etc., some of our fitness for our players, but that has been a problem. And even Josh Ashpong, the same thing. Yes, he's very good in that central role. He'll do very well, but sometimes he's passing, and when he takes players on, he's lost it numerous times, and we nearly conceded from it. Defensively, good jobs, very good job, but it's when in possession, when teams press them and they make a mistake under pressure because they're not as comfortable in those positions. So yeah, and the early balls in behind, as in from out wide, early balls in behind before we're set, that is a bit of a problem as well. Back posts, especially from left side or right hand side, that is always a bit of a problem. Those back posts because we're not set. They don't have that coercion together, the players, to be, because there's so many chopping and changing with the injuries and stuff like that. They don't play together for a long time. So yeah, so that is a problem. So I think we're still quite vulnerable at the back for a goal. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So anyway,
Guys,
the
I'll
game,
have to drop off. Are you doing a halftime
yes.
review? Okay, I'll
Yes.
catch you
He's
then.
doing a watch along, so he'll be here. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But I just have to do something quickly. I'll be back.
All right, brother.
Okay, no problem. The game about to start. So hopefully we win today. Another win will be very good for us.
Yeah, look, I mean, even the Nottingham Forest game, we say, we were under pressure. They probably should have had a goal, maybe even 2 goals. But at the end of it, we probably just deserved to win that game anyway, even if they did score a goal or two.
Mm.
We probably, with that second half performance, we probably just deserved to win that game. Not by much, but, a little bit. We probably still deserved it. So, yeah, look, we're in good form. We're not bad. We're at home, so that helps. It helps that Sunderland are playing different. They have to play a bit different. That might upset them a little bit. Some of their players, they haven't quite played that system, so we'll see how they adapt to that. It could be good for them, or it could be a big setback for them, and they go a couple of goals down early because they're not ready for that too much. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and also just to add, I hope Pedro Neto wind up that left back or left wing back. He always is wind up. If maybe he's playing under pressure, he's going to get a silly red card. So hopefully Pedro Neto will cook him.
Yeah. Look, hopefully no red card this game. So
Yeah,
hopefully there's no red cards. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll
yeah,
take a red card if we win. I'll still take a red card, no problem.
yeah, 100%. Upgrade Charles. Hopefully win. See you in the halftime then.
I'll see you. I'll come back halftime. Take care.
Check it. Cheers. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea. The game about to start right now. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Come on. Up the Charles. Let me quick get some water. Oh my gosh, Garnacho just scored his first Chelsea goal. I said it before. I want more from Garnacho. What a goal for this young man. Hopefully, more to come. Well done, Garnacho. Well done. Come on, Chelsea. Let's go. Let's get another one. Come on. Come on. Rev, how's that a foul for Chalabo? I don't understand. How's that a foul? Premier League ref sometimes. Man, these guys. That pass by Enzo Fernandez to Marco Corella. Ah man, what a pass. Corella should have done better there. Come on, Cuckoo. Cuckoo. You know that. What did I say before the game? What did I say before the game to Dante? Man, I said it, they're going to do those long throws and then they're going to head us. And they scored with a long throw now. Man, what did I say? Ah, man. Josh Archimpong. Just close the offside, man. If he tried to stay onside, he could have been offside. Ah, that's a handball. That's a handball. Nah, that should cancel this goal. That shouldn't be handball. Let me see again. Man, I'm not sure they're going to give a handball or I said it before the game, man. Man, we should do better. I said it before the game. Yeah, it's half time. Score is 1-1. I'm so disappointed, man. I'm so disappointed. We conceded a goal like that, and I that they're going to do something like this. And we conceded a goal. We allowed them to score that kind of a goal. Man, I'm so disappointed. I can't lie. Ah, ah, man. It's a cheap goal to give away. But what we need to do now in the second half, I think we need to take a long shot. But we must place them low and hard because, as you can see now, they're parking a bus. They're trying to hit us with counterattacks. So we need to be careful of that. But also at the same time, I think we should take a long range uh, shot, just like the Trevor Chalaba did there. So let's see what Enzo Maresca will put into those players' mind. That because I'm not happy. I am not happy. Ah, man, let me wait for Dante and Bobby to come in. Ah, big up, Dante. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Tobago. Yeah, look, we've played pretty well there. Just it's a shame about the goal we conceded. Other than that, they didn't do much. We had most of it. So yeah, it's a shame we conceded that goal. Good start, nice start. Garnacho on the front foot there, good goal. So that was nice to see. He's off the mark. So hopefully that gives him a bit more confidence. But yeah, they really dropped Sunderland after they scored. After that, they really dropped into that low block. They weren't. They just wanted to take it to halftime, basically. So it was a bit hard the last 20 minutes of the 15 minutes of the first half. There were literally every single player was on the edge of the box. So that's pretty hard to break down. We just got to shoot more. Maybe put some players in that position. Put James into that position where Shalaba was. Let James get some shots off. So yeah, you just got to move them around, try to find a gap, and yeah, pretty hard to play for them there. So they got their goal. They want to hold on to it now. But look, we did pretty well. Just probably the end product, final ball. Again, some of the players not really on the same page. They're still sort of getting to used to what they're doing together. So yeah, but all in all, not too bad. Not too bad. So we know second half Maresca will make some tweaks. We'll see some changes. I think again we'll be much better in the second half. Hopefully, we can get that second goal.
Yeah, but I'm so disappointed that we gave away a goal like that. Because I remember I told you before the game they're going to do the similar thing, and they did, and it was a poor goal to give away.
Well, who do you think?
Man.
Who do you think is to blame for that goal, or have a bit of blame to that goal? What did you see?
I would say all players because Joshua Chimpong tried to clear it, and then unfortunately he cleared it to the opponent, and that was not his main intention. So I don't want to blame the boy there, but overall, I think I blame the whole defense because we know they're going to do something like this. So we should have been ready and better prepared. So yeah,
Yeah,
man,
look,
let's see.
yeah, I think they were set up good. Everything was good. We got.
Mm,
I know we don't have the young boy, but this is how he learns. But that was a mistake from Achapong. You never, never, ever header a ball back in the middle. He
mm,
had clear. He got the ball. He headed it back into the middle. Now you either head it out wide or you headed it out for a corner. You never headed it back into the danger zone. He headed it back into the middle. After that, it was a bit lucky from them. He had the shot, went through Pedro's legs, deflection. So it was a lucky goal. That's how those goals are, very scrappy. But at Chapon, for me, he did everything good, but he headed the ball back into the middle, into the danger zone. You don't do that. I mean, I'm sure Maresca, it is what it is. This is how he learns. But yeah, you just cannot do that. That is a big no-no. Just when I played and stuff, you just never headed the ball back because you're asking for trouble by doing that. You're asking for trouble. It doesn't matter how good you're set up. If you're heading the ball back into the middle and he had a clear header, he got to the head very well. He was positioned well. Everyone was positioned well. He just headed that ball back in the middle instead of going out wide, even out for a corner from there. Doesn't matter. Headed out over for a corner or out wide. He decided to head the ball back in the middle, which is like, for me, yeah, that is a big mistake, unfortunately. But this, he's a young kid. He'll learn, but he cannot do that, unfortunately. He used his height perfectly, and that's why he's there. Positioning was great. Strength was good. But heading the ball back in the middle into a danger zone, big no-no for me. So, yeah, look, it is. I'm sure they'll point that out to him after the game and just make sure it never happens again. But other than that, they really didn't do much. They didn't create much, after the goal. Like I said, they went into a massive low, deep block. They started pretty adventurous, and we pretty much burned them pretty quickly. Like I said, if they're going to be adventurous, we'll burn them pretty quickly, and we did do that. And then they went back into after they scored, they went back in the low block, and that's it. Good luck getting through them. So we'll be a bit more of that in the second half. We have to open them up and get that second goal, because otherwise, this game's ending 1-1, most likely.
Yeah, hopefully not. Bobby, what are your thoughts?
My thoughts is not to incarnate a prediction that I don't think will happen. I think yes, there were issues. I knew that Josh, as young and as good as he is, there will be the odd mistake here and there, and yeah, rightfully he has to learn from that. I hope he's not crucified for that by the fan base. I don't think he will. Look, I didn't see the Garnacho goal. I maintain my position. I find him frustrating. This is a game that your quality has to show through. It's that simple. They have just sat back. They're defending, four, two banks of four, deep block, and they're just saying, break us down. I
You
think we
missed the
can.
Garnacho goal, Bobby. You missed it. He did it especially for you, that one.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see the highlights somewhere along the line, but that
Yeah.
doesn't impress me. His all-round game, yeah, he had a chance that the goalkeeper saved. It's just too frustrating for me. That physical weakness it shows. Not really beating your man. All these things that make you an emphatic winger. We don't need passengers. This is the kind of game that the players all have to stand up and be counted. Yes, there are many youngsters. Yes, they're developing, which is a little bit unfortunate. I still think Sunderland are there for the taking. I think they can be opened up. They've shown it, but we need our players to be emphatic. It's all there is to it. I think João Pedro has done quite well, considering he has, they're trying to mark him out, and he's been finding his way through. I see Esteval coming on sooner rather than later, and he has a few tricks up his sleeve. But we've got to take their confidence out of them by scoring again.
Yeah, but you know what we need to do? I need now Petro need to stop doing those crosses because we are not going to score them. They are going to see the no block. Just try to cut in and shoot,
Agreed.
do a kill or something like that. Because every time we cross a ball, they're going to clear it. Maybe 8 players, 7 players in the box waiting for a ball. So it's kind of boring. So we need to do something different. So hopefully we can think of about something better than that. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, guys?
Yeah, well, we
No, I
know how they're
agree.
going to play now. They've kind of shown their hand. They're most likely going to play like that the second half as well now. They're going to try to hold that. I think their manager saw if they played open. So that first 15 minutes, Bobby, you didn't see it probably. If you missed it, they played quite open. They decided to attack us, press us high, attack. And our wingers were in the game. Garnacho, he had one-on-one, and he was doing proper wing, getting past his man, beating his man, scoring the goal. then like I said, they shut it down. They completely shut it down. You don't have that space anymore. There's two against the winger all the time, so you can't do it that way. So I think, yeah, we were just a bit. We continued to play the same way as the first 15, 20 minutes, and then that didn't work anymore. But we still continued to play the same way, trying to get those diagonals in. But when they have basically the whole team there in that box, you can do as many diagonals as you want. That's going to be pretty hard to, they're going to header most of those out with their big defender. So, yeah, well, that's why halftime come at a good time, I think, because this is where Maresca does his magic. He'll make some adjustments. He'll let them know what to do, where to do, how to break them down. Like you said, probably Esteval, a bit more technical, to break through and dribble past players than actual winger Neto Garnacho, where they need more one-on-one, more pace, more, So, yeah, I think Maresca will. I'm not worried about Maresca seeing that, and they'll break that game down and tell them how to do it, how to get past that. So, we'll wait and see. But yeah, it's definitely there, like you said, Bobby. We can break them down, and they're there for the taking. If we can just that final ball or that that finish, yeah, we'll get through. Otherwise, yeah, it'll be a long day if they sit back like that. It'll be 1-1, or hopefully they don't get a set piece and steal a goal again. So, because I don't really see them scoring any other way, to be honest, only that way through set pieces like they did the goal. So, yeah, let's hope we get that goal, because that then will open them. That will force them to play back open again. They'll make some offensive changes and they'll have to open up. And when that happens, yeah, that'll change the game completely. But yeah, look, either 1-1. I think it'll either be a 1-1 or we'll win it. Or hopefully they won't, like I said, from a set piece.
Yeah, I mean, I want to
Yeah,
win. Go ahead,
for
Bobby.
me, straight away, I'll haul off Garnacho, bring on either Esteval or Tyreek George. We don't have a battering ram, which is a shame. The lap is not really ready, because that's the sort of thing you need to. We need someone actually bullying their centre backs. This is where we miss someone like Jackson. Really, I'm not sure. Maybe Gui is doing it. I might be
He's
doing him a
trying.
disservice, but the
He's
ease
trying
and
to,
comfort
but
with which,
yeah.
yeah, the ease and comfort with which they are heading balls out, and that it just shows it's not very effective. So we need to go the technical route, and definitely our man on the left has to come off. He's not got that.
Come on,
He's
Bobby, leave
not
him
got
alone.
that quality to do that, and we need to find as much quality as we can to do that. I thoroughly agree with Neto. Not putting in those crosses is pointless. Putting them into who? It makes no sense. So, yeah, either you try a curler, or you try and pass to somebody in a better position. But crossing it like that, it's not really going to be effective.
Even
Yes,
the
they're going
crosses
to just
weren't
sit
that
back.
good, unfortunately. They weren't, because you do have Cucurella pushing. He was a back post, Garnacho back post, João Pedro trying, but seems sitting a bit deep. He's trying to make those late runs, but just the timing hasn't been good. Mark Gee is not really, like you said, wrestling those central defenders. He's got to do a little bit more there. He's sitting off
Yeah,
them instead of actually sitting on them.
harassing them. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's
100%.
he does need to do more. But all round the offensive play needs to give more, because they will buckle. You can see it. They're a good side, but we're making them look better than they are because we're not effective.
Yeah, well,
And I
they were
think they've
scared after they scored
recognized
that
that.
goal. They got scared and just completely low blocked. They did not play open
Yeah,
football anymore at all. That shows you that, yes, they're very vulnerable if we can just,
take
basically
advantage.
put our foot down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second half's about to start. Come on, Chelsea. Let's hope we can win this one, man. I don't want a draw. I want us to keep on winning.
Who's the
So
agent
let's
double oh
see.
007 in the chat there? Big up. Jackson was underappreciated. Jackson never scored against a low block team or assisted or not ever against a low block team as a striker. So
Mhm.
he would have done nothing in this game. It's not a game for Jackson. He would be horrible in a low block like this. He would not do absolutely nothing. And yeah, so I know Jackson, but Jackson's gone, unfortunately.
Yeah, no need to talk about Jackson because it's not here anymore. So we
All
need
right.
to find a way to win this game.
Yep. Well, one thing we can trust, Maresca, like I said, will tweak it, will improve it a bit. He'll make those changes. He will. Don't be surprised if Mark Gee comes off, and we get maybe another,
That's not
attacking
bad.
mid. Yeah, yeah. Don't be surprised. Mark Gee comes off, and maybe Pedro goes. Even George goes as striker, and Pedro goes as striker, and someone else comes on, Esteval, or even
Hmm.
Bonanotte, or someone more technical players that can break that press.
Yeah, 100%. So anyway, let's see, man. Up the Charles. Two
All
more
right, guys.
goals.
That's the
I'll
game.
be here. Cheers.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh, Pedro Neto and Garnacho. Ah man, a good counter attack. They do something like that. Man, that should be 2-1, man. What is that? Garnacho and Pedro Neto. Fuck, man. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. You're going to bottle it. I knew it. I knew it. Chalaba, what are you doing there? Chalaba, what are you doing there? You know that guy is waiting for his teammates to be there. And you don't tackle, don't do anything, just waiting. You and Tosin. Man, ah, what a silly goal to give away. Ah, fuck. These guys. It's Tosin, man. Look at Tosin and Chalaba. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ah. And they should check for offside, but they won't because it's Chelsea. I know that. Perfect. Yeah, big up, Dante.
Yeah. Well, that was not an ending we wanted.
Ah, man, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, I have no idea what Chalobah was doing there. I don't
Toss,
know.
first of all, it's tossing. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but yeah, I know, but Toss it wouldn't have made who the guy's a big guy. He held up the ball, but it was 2-on-1. Chalobah did not go to help him. And it was literally like 10 seconds before the guy came made the run in the box. Chalobah positioned himself. Go straight to him. Look around you. There's no one there. Go help your center back because the guy's going to hold up the ball. Just go help him. He didn't help him at all. And Broby's a big guy. That guy he's a unit. He's a massive guy. He's always going to hold the ball up. So just go help him. Unbelievable. I can't believe Chalobah just ball watching, just sitting there ball watching. Look at it again. There's no one there. No one was making a run. The guy
Yeah,
that
no
scored
one.
the goal came in very late. He didn't help
Exactly.
Tosin at all. You got to help your central defender there. Unbelievable.
Oh, man, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed.
I told you it's either going to be 1-1 because yeah, we're not looking good today, as in going forward, or they're going to get one of these goals again. Even the goal that he went through James's legs as well. So very lucky as well. So
But another thing, right? The Premier League, this offside rule sometimes doesn't benefit you. If you check Rhys James there, a Sunderland player was
yes,
in front of Sanchez, but they didn't check it.
no, and he went through James's feet, and the guy had to move out of the way of the ball. He was offside,
Exactly.
that guy.
That's
Yeah, I
why.
know, but it's a 50
That's
50 call,
why.
that one, but it's not going to go our way.
No, no,
But
no. Dante say 50-50 when it's Chelsea, but if you score that goal, I'm telling you right now, they would have chopped it off because it's Chelsea. I'm telling you right now.
what about the Cucurella, the one with the punches him in the face as well?
They didn't even check it.
They didn't even check it. How can you not check? There's been like 4 or 5 penalties this season given for that already. If a goalkeeper punches someone in the head, it doesn't matter if he gets the ball. If you go for a player to punch him in the head and then get the ball, it's a penalty. So even that one was actually, they didn't even look at it at all. I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Either way, it doesn't
Ah,
matter. It is what it is. But we still didn't play good enough to win that game. I think the
yeah,
draw was
but
probably a fair result. But losing, yeah, no, we didn't deserve to
yeah,
lose the game. But
even
yeah,
even our takers, man, they didn't do enough to shake the goalkeeper in the second half. I was like, what is this? We are shooting, but again, it's not enough.
yeah, no, I think that's why Maresca took off João Pedro. That brought in a couple of more midfield that so they can actually shoot, have a go, shoot. But yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. We didn't play good enough to win the game today. But to lose that game like that, that's a bit harsh. But that's the Premier League, unfortunately. One week you're going to score a last minute winner. The next week you're going to lose this last minute winner. Unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah, but
But
I
not
hope
happy with the defending. Yeah. Again, the
I
defense let us down for those both goals.
man, you know what? As much as I like Trevor Chalaba, and everything, I think we need to sell another center back and buy another one in January because we are not
Yes.
solid enough. Every game we are going to concede a goal or scared of concede a goal. And for me, as much as just Achampong made a mistake, he's still a young, but he defended very well.
Yeah,
But
yeah, he
Trevor
did. Yeah.
Chalaba and Tosin, they're both experienced and they let a goal to just like that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why
2-1,
you were not
2v1,
disappointed.
2v1. Come on.
Well, that's why I was so disappointed in Shalaba. Why are you watching Tosin? There's no one around. There's no other player around. I counted 10 seconds till the guy made the run in the box late. Shalaba was just next to him watching. Go and help Tosin and take the ball off the guy. Don't let him hold it up. So I have no idea what Shalaba was doing there. Probably maybe too tired. I don't know, but you got to go help your Tosin because there was no one else around. Just go and help him. He was marking. There was no space. There was no player there.
He
He was
was
just sitting
marking
there
no one.
watching. No
He
one. There
was
was
marking no
absolutely
one.
no one around. I'm like, what are you doing, Shalaba? You're experienced. You should know that. My goodness, unbelievable. Anyway,
Ah,
it is what
man.
it is. What can we do?
And,
It happens.
yeah. Bobby, what are your thoughts, bro? I'm sure you're disappointed just like us.
Yes, of course. I'm always repeating myself. I find definitely myself and Dante, we have totally different perspectives on what constitutes a successful squad to bring into the Premier League. You cannot play with 11 players. You need a squad, and that squad needs to have strength in depth. That squad needs to have technical and physical ability. Yes, the defense was at fault for the Sunderland winning goal, but the defeat happened way earlier than that. I list them. Garnacho, not good enough. He's not a quality Chelsea player. That's why he couldn't fit into Man United.
He's
Gittins,
not, but
not
here's the
good
reason we got
enough.
a point. We
A
got that goal
waste,
today.
a waste, a waste of in excess of 90 million pounds. Those two players should not be at Chelsea. I think we miss Jackson. Reality. People were
Come on,
crying,
Bobby.
"Oh, you can't have three strikers." Yes, you effing can. Everybody else does. Now we lack that ability to penetrate with the players we have. Jao Pedro is the Lone Ranger. Delap has joined the injury list, and goodness knows when we'll get him match fit. And Gui is a developing player. Our problem today was that our offensive players were just not up to it at all. We didn't have enough quality to make them pay. It's that simple. If Man United had enough to quality to punish them, you won't see Arsenal having this problem. You won't see Man City having this problem. You won't even see Liverpool with their little dip in form having this problem. Why? Because they have the variety. We don't. You cannot. And I keep emphasizing this point. Forget his goal. I saw it some for rather. Yeah, he took his goal well. Let me not take that away from him. You can only do what is in front of you to do. But after that, nothing. Nothing. You can't play football at the highest level like this. That's why these teams come and they know Chelsea. They know, okay, we'll drop back. We'll put two banks of four and ask them to break us down. Why? Because they can't. They don't have the physicality. There's times when you need that physicality. Look at all those crossed balls. To who? Nobody. Nobody's there to meet it with his head. Nobody's there to ram through their centre backs. And so eventually they'll punish you, which is what they did. Um, it was a predictable situation, so predictable that I'm not even as upset as perhaps I should be because you could see it coming all through the second half. You could just see it coming, huffing, puffing, doing nothing. My final conclusion. Sorry, Mr. Garnacho, get out of my club. I don't know why you're here. Gittins, go to the under 21s. And we've lost Jackson now,
Come on, Bobby.
so we've
Seriously.
got to look for another striker. I keep it real. I'm very direct about it. I look at a quality of a player and I can tell you all about that player. And those two are not it. We're very weak on the left hand side. In fact, we're non existent. On the right, Neto, he's doing it alone, such that it's now become a little bit predictable. And we had to bring in 18-year-old Stavo Williams to rescue us. Um, it's a shame. It's a real shame. We are without Palmer, without Delap, and we don't have the strength in depth to deal with teams.
Yeah, if maybe if we had Cole Palmer, would be a different game because, man, we are not shooting enough. We are not creating enough. And also another thing, in the second half when we started, we had a counter attack. Pedro Neto and Garnacho. I don't know what they were doing there. You could have been
Neto's
too
goal was
wide.
Tomago,
shocking. That should have been a goal straight away. That
Neto's
his
ball
ball
was
was
so
so bad
slow,
to Garnacho.
Tomago. Look, I mean, guys, look at
man.
any other team in world football, any other top team in world football. They don't do this. They don't do this. They have squad depth. Man
Every team does
City,
this, Bobby. Come on, what do you
Bayern,
mean they don't do
Real
this?
Madrid
Liverpool have done this. Every single team has done this season.
has done what?
What
Fielded
we did today, lose
weak
and struggle
backups.
like we did.
You know,
It's not just us that this happens to.
Liverpool's problem isn't that their backups are weak. It's that their tactics was awry. That's what their problem was. None of them have this problem. Our problem is that we've got nobody. We've got nobody. Yeah, Parma isn't there. What are we, Parma FC? I mean, it's ridiculous that we would hinge our bets on singular players. You know, once we have squad depth, we start looking to get rid of them. It's unthinkable that you would want that you could find yourself being able to solve your age-old problems that way. It's not going to happen.
You can't have 50 players, Bobby, either. It doesn't work that way either.
No, it's not 50 players. You have squad depth. You're not listening. Squad depth. Squad
And we
depth means
do, in my
quality
opinion, we have
backup.
squad depth. But unfortunately, at
We
the
don't.
moment,
Garnacho is not quality. Gittins is not the quality that we need. We need quality. We need quality. You don't bring these mediocre players, physically inept players, and expect to get something out of it. I can't
well,
go
I
along
don't
with that
understand
at
what
all.
you want from your wingers. You want them to be 6'5" wingers and
No, I
physicality.
want them to be capable. If someone like Noni on that field today would be a bigger threat.
Come on, Bobby. Are you serious? Nani
Having
Madueke.
Jackson instead of Gui would be a bigger threat. We would have afforded so much opportunity for somebody like Jao Pedro to exploit. It's just the reality. You
You just
can't have
named
these
Madueke and
little.
Jackson that hardly ever scored a goal against the
Well,
low block. It did
that's
nothing.
what you say. That is in your perspective. But as far as I'm concerned,
No,
your perspective
it's
of a squad
facts.
is totally off.
Yeah, but
You've
that's
missed
facts.
it.
I'm just telling you
You're
facts.
not on to I don't think you really understand what it takes to be a winner in the Premier League. I really don't.
Okay,
I
we're
think you
talking about
think
a different thing now.
it's all tiki taka, pretty, and then you start wondering why your team loses. Well, this is why.
Yeah,
These
that's a
guys
separate
are not
conversation,
good
Bobby. That's
enough.
not the same what I was talking about.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that in a realistic way. That's how I see it. You know, if you think someone like Garnacho is a better option to Noni, then there's really not much else to argue about. If you think Gittins is the answer, Gittins, um, you know, I had my reservations about these players when they were coming in the summer. But you know, I was like, look, I don't think I know so much about these guys, but I haven't seen anything there to make me, to get my juices flowing. And indeed, I didn't. I've seen them in the flesh. Well, certainly Gittins, maybe not Garnacho, and I haven't seen anything. And they're just proving me right, game in, game out, which is very unfortunate and very dangerous for us. Um,
Okay.
3 points dropped. Well done.
Yeah, and nothing we can do. But I think we do need a center back right now. I'm telling you right now. You know, every game we complain about the defense. So for me personally, I've made a conclusion that we do need a center back. But also in terms of attack, I think we need to do better than this against low
But why
blocks
did he
because
take off Achipong?
Achimpong,
Why?
you know what? For me, I think the reason why taking him off is
He just
because
came off back,
as
yeah.
much as he is still developing, I think he was a lot under pressure. So you didn't want to give that boy that pressure. That's why he put it Townsend, an experienced guy. So I don't want to blame Enzo Maresca for taking over Champions. He did the same thing against Forest. But for me, Trevor Chalobah and Tosin should have done better there in that situation. They are both experienced. So
Exactly. Yep.
that's
Yep.
annoying. That's annoying. And
Look,
also,
a player like
VAR
Hutchinson
sometimes.
can
Say
make a
again.
mistake like that. I mean, he's not that he's a forward or two, but you can understand it. He's 19 years old, just turned 19. Okay. Trevor Chalobah, you can't make mistakes like that. Not as a prime age, 27-year-old, 26, sorry, or whatever is in your prime. No, you can't do that. You can't make those mistakes then. Silly mistakes like that. He's experienced. You got a cool head, you got to, and he's quite a solid defender normally. Normally the problem is the other way, he's passing or but yeah, unfortunately, look, it is what it is. Just one of those moments. Unlucky. It is what it is. But yeah, I expect a lot more from that, and we definitely we need another centre back. 100% we need, or at least see the problem is also these centre backs are not playing together for a long time. One week it's this
Yeah,
partnership, then then that one gets injured, then the other one comes back. It's also that as well. But still, Chalobah today, he's pretty solid defensively, but at the end there, that was a very, very almost schoolboy
yeah,
error to leave Tosin alone. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't explain it. Like if watch it back, Bobby. I don't know if you noticed it, Bobby, but it's like you can't leave Tosin alone with that guy holding in the box for 10 seconds plus, and he was just watching next to them. Go over, help toss. The problem would have been gone after 2 seconds. It would have been such an easy defensive thing to do. It would have been the problem would have been over in 2 seconds, 2-on-1, not leaving 1-on-1 because the guy was holding the ball up. He's a big guy. He's always going to hold the ball up. That guy. So in the box, Tosin couldn't do too much. He was in the box. He can't really go for a challenge or try to pull him down. So that's when you want your partner with Chalobah just sitting there watching, go across and easily take the ball off him, put him under pressure. Don't let him get a ball off a pass. 10 seconds passed till he got the ball and laid it off to the guy that came running in from all the way from the other side of the pitch, basically. Before the halfway line, that guy started running, unfortunately. And even that, no one picked him up
Exactly.
either. But he should have never
Yeah.
got there because there was two defenders against one. But one was just watching for 10
exactly.
seconds.
Exactly. What?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like 2v1. Man. That's why, like,
But that's
I'm
I
so
don't think
disappointed.
anybody can argue with that at all. One, it shouldn't have ever gotten to that, and that's probably why he wasn't picked up because the midfield thought they were going to sort the problem.
Exactly.
Um,
Yes. Yep.
it's not acceptable all round in terms of that goal. But the fact that we didn't, I think we should have had a penalty. But I
Yeah, I
also
do too.
think
Yep. Yep.
I also think that the media, sadly, instigated by Joe Cole and his lapdog Karen Kearney, over that Fulham situation, have intimidated officials, so they don't give Chelsea um, clear decisions. I'm disappointed because I think yet again our poor um, transfer window is punishing us. I don't think we did well in the transfer window at all. We got a few good players, but then we took our eye off the ball. We have this delusion that whenever we see a player that's fit, that player is going to be playing all season. It's just poor planning. It really is not taking into consideration any kind of mitigating circumstance, which is what you should always do while planning anything, business, football, anything. And our
But
strength,
what
our
what did you
squad
want?
depth
Sorry,
is
Bobby.
poor.
We got like 25 players plus another 15 youth players that can what more do you how many more do you want? Oh, who do you what I don't understand.
Well, you don't understand because what I want is that I did not want us to waste over £90 million on Garnacho and Gittins. There are
On
a
who
lot
then, or
of
what?
players in world football we could have brought in. Barcelona themselves were telling us that if we had dropped about 70 for Ferran Lopez, it would have been too much for them to resist. He's one of many. There was Kudus waiting to be picked up that we just left. I don't really. I mean,
Yeah, but you took like
Xavi
we
Simons
definitely
was
those
your
players
choice,
definitely
and
wanted to join us, and they didn't have a choice. And if we went after them, they would have. You don't know. That's just what if those players didn't want to come to Chelsea?
I do know we didn't drop
How
the
do you
bag
know?
for them. Well,
Come on,
it's
Bobby.
been
We never
said.
bid for
We
Kudus.
didn't
Nothing. We
we
never did
didn't
anything.
drop we didn't drop the bag for them. It's that simple.
Kudus wasn't that
We
expensive,
decided to
Bobby. We could
go
have bought if
after
the money wasn't a problem. He didn't want to come to us.
who?
Kudus. We could have bought him. His wages are fine. His fee was fine. He just didn't want to come. He For some reason he didn't want to come. He chose Tottenham for some reason.
Kudus didn't want to come because we didn't show the interest in him. And after what happened when he was at Ajax, he decided to be decisive about his move. That's what happened. No matter how we want to dress it up,
It's all
because
assumptions, Bobby. We don't know inside stuff. We don't know what the player
for,
thinks. It's all
for some
assumptions.
reason, you might have some sort of liking or affiliation for Garnacho. I don't know what that's about, but honestly, the guy is not Chelsea quality. That's just the reality. And no matter, I wish he was. I wish he was. I wish he was somebody that could, suddenly turn it around and start ripping up trees, but I don't see it. He doesn't have the technical ability. He doesn't have the physical ability.
But you
And
haven't even watched him, Bobby, mate. You said you've never watched him, and you've seen him
what do you mean
3
I've
games
never
with
watched
Chelsea
him? I've
now.
just watched the game.
Yeah, 3 games. So you're basing a player's career or like on 3 games
Yeah,
for
that's
Chelsea.
enough for me.
All
That
right.
is enough for me.
So that was
There's
enough for
nothing.
Caicedo, his first 3 games. What did you say
There's
about Caicedo in his first three
well,
games?
Caicedo, we had seen his track record,
Cucurella. What about Cucurella?
so we had seen his track record. But the trouble is, Garnacho doesn't have a track record. He came here to create a track at
He does
all,
have a track record, but
and
that's what I mean. You don't
he
know about
doesn't.
it
He
because you
was he
didn't.
was he was the same thing at Man United. He
He had like
wasn't
20
good.
goals and assists in the season where it was his worst season for Man United. What how's that not a track record?
Well, that's it. I can't do sentiment over players. I can't just look at a player and think, oh, I have to like this player. If
No,
you're
you don't
not
have
good
to
enough,
like him,
you're
but you
not good
can't
enough.
call him for him to get out. And sorry, I don't like you. Get out of my Chelsea after three
Yeah,
games.
I do want him out. I think he's a waste of time. I
See
think
what I
he's
mean? That's not
taking up.
backing your club and your
I
player, Bobby.
I
What?
think he's blocking. If
Who?
anything, Tyreek George.
Oh, come
Tyreek
on.
George could be having that game time that we're wasting on Garnacho, and he'll do a much better job.
All
That's
right, Bobby.
the only reason they're fielding Garnacho is because of the money they've spent on him.
That's not
Uh,
true. He hasn't hardly played, and then he played now. This is he didn't play against Ajax. What do you mean? Tyreek George played instead. So it's that's not true. He hasn't
no,
been played
Tyreek
every
didn't
single game.
didn't start either. But look, he's not good enough. It's just that simple. He's part of the problem, and
Okay,
it was just a time today
I
that
understand.
we were
Yeah, I get it.
exposed for our weaknesses.
But don't call for a player out and you don't like that player. I mean, that's not fair. I understand you don't think he's good enough, but to call him get out of my club and you're not good enough, that's not really painting a nice picture of a player we just signed. Instead of backing that player,
Well,
maybe a little
honestly, I
bit.
do want him out because I don't see anything he's going to bring to this club. It's that simple for me. If he suddenly turns a leaf and starts showing some excellent quality, I will stand. I will hold my hand up and I will stand corrected.
Yeah, which he did a couple
But
of games ago. And today he was our only one created today and scored today.
well, they're scoring and they're scoring. You can get the odd goal here and there. I mean, these players that you hate, Jackson and
I don't hate
Noni.
any players.
They scored the odd goal here and there. That
I
really
don't
didn't
hate
make them
Jackson.
anything special. This
No.
guy is not a good purchase, and it's showing. It's
Let's
that
let's
simple.
let
Yeah,
Tebega go
guys.
because he's got to go. I think. Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, I have to go. It's been a long time doing this stream, so I have to do something else.
You did well, Tobago. You really did well to keep this going today.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, thank you
coach
guys.
is not doing any. He's a bit busy at the moment, unfortunately. So hopefully he might do. But yeah, you'll probably be asleep by then, Bob. If he does another 9:30 at night, that will be like 1 a.m. in England, I think. So no, I don't think he'll make
Yeah,
those
I
ones.
mean,
Maybe
what
Bobby.
what he did last night was about 11:30 at
Oh,
night
okay. Oh, okay. I
UK
thought it
time.
was like nearly 1 a.m. Oh, okay.
He he said he was going to stream at 11, and you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
how coach is. He'll
He
tell you
changes
this time, and you
it.
don't see him for another hour afterwards.
The discipline, Bobby, is not there. We all know that.
So I slept. I fell asleep. I woke up and I saw he'd already streamed at about 11:30.
The IT is okay. He's a busy man. He's got other stuff. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
anyway,
right. Take care,
thank
Tobago.
you guys. Thank
Bobby.
you, Dante,
All right.
Bobby,
All
the
right.
chat. See you soon, guys. Up
Talk
the
soon.
Charles. Cheers.